Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Many individuals will find themselves in the role of caretakers, but unfortunately there's not very much support or guidance for individuals that find themselves playing this role and working so hard around the clock to care for individuals. Here to tell us more about what we can do and how caregivers can find support is Bianca Padilla. Bianca, thanks so much for being here. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, Christine.
What is your advice for individuals that find themselves unexpectedly, usually, in the role of caretaker?
My advice for caregivers is simply to ask for help. So much of the work that you do goes unseen, and most people just don't understand how exhausting it can be and what an emotional, physical, and just financial strain it takes on the life of a caregiver. And when you ask for help, be specific. Some ideas could be asking to help with scheduling a doctor's appointment or transportation needs, or even setting up and contributing monetarily to a caregiving fund. And on the flip side, if you know a caregiver, ask them how you can help and follow through. They're probably embarrassed to ask. They certainly don't want to burden anyone else, but they need all the help and support that they can get.
Do you foresee a need for more caregivers in the future?
Oh, absolutely. We're seeing and experiencing a massive demographic shift towards an aging population. In fact, by 2035, there will be more people over the age of 65 than there will be under the age of 18. And 90% of Americans are choosing to age at home rather than an institutional care facility like a nursing home. So that means that there will be an increased demand for family caregivers or informal caregivers in their own home. And that's why Carewell is committed to supporting this population of 50 million caregivers and growing. And we're thrilled to announce today a corporate partnership with the Alzheimer's Association. Carewell is donating a minimum of $50,000 through a customer matching program when you shop online at carewell.com. And 100% of the proceeds will go to support Alzheimer's care, support, and research.
And of course, the pandemic has changed many aspects of life, but specifically, how has the pandemic impacted caregivers?
Well, I'm sure you know the pandemic has just been incredibly isolating and stressful for everybody, but this experience has been intensified for older or sick people, as well as their caregivers who have to take extra precaution so as not to run the risk of infecting their loved ones. But on top of that, the support networks that did exist or do exist to help seniors or caregivers were put on pause, again, to reduce the risk of spreading the virus. And so what this means is that we've put even more of a strain on caregivers who already were spread very thin. And as a result, caregivers have experienced more burnout than ever. And the physical well-being of the older population has been in decline as well because of the increase in isolation.
And tell me more about the inspiration behind Carewell and how you are helping caregivers.
Sure. The inspiration behind Carewell came during the time when I was the caregiver to my grandmother who lived with us, and she became nearly immobile after surgery. And one of the biggest challenges we had was just shopping for medical supplies like incontinence products or mobility and diabetic nutritional products, just to name a few. And I had so many questions. I had no one to ask, so little time to figure it all out. And so that's why we decided to start Carewell. It was to be the most trusted, convenient, and empathetic source of not just products, but guidance for caregivers. We offer a huge selection of caregiving products delivered all across the United States with fast, free shipping. And the best part is our 24/7 award-winning customer care team. They're staffed by real people who are trained to answer any question you may have, and they speak English and Spanish.
And Bianca, where's the best place to get more information about Carewell, but also if you are a caregiver and you're looking for guidance and support, what can you do?
You can visit us online at carewell.com. And again, ask your family and friends for support. They don't know what you're going through. And I know you don't want to burden them, but you need the help and the support. And if you don't ask, they just won't know.
Really great words of wisdom and advice. Thank you so much, Bianca, for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. We'll be back with more right after this.